Championship. So this is the championship for the state of Vermont at the Squirt B level. RAHA in black will be the visitors for this. We're up in Barrie for this game at the Barrie Memorial Rink, and they'll be playing against St. Albans in their yellow jerseys. I think St. Albans, I believe, are the home team. Nope, pardon me, maybe the other way around. Since I'm going the opposite direction, I'll have to double check here, but I think RAHA may actually be the home team, even though they're in black. And St. Albans may be the visitors in yellow. We're viewing it from over the top of the scorekeeper, so we'll have a little bit of a funny angle on some of the shots here, but we should be able to pick up most of the game. Again, we're at the Barrie Memorial Rink. You'll see most of the advertisers here have to do with granite, which is the #1 product, I think, up here in Barrie. And we thank the Barrie Tournament Committee for putting this on. They always do an excellent job up here. Pep and Granite Company. Head coach Blair Enman. And assistant coach Jimmy Knott just out of the picture, and assistant coach John Sivert helps out. We got Blair there who won the state championship last year with the jacket on. And Jimmy Knott, who's Andy's father. There's Andy, our goalie, with one of those Badger helmets he's got. And we'll pick up the other individual players as time goes along here. We can see that Tom Inman, one of the assistant captains, number 14. Got Matt Nezvezchuk with his back to it. Ronnie Sivert's the captain of the team. He'll be the left wing on the starting line, probably. And it looks like they're taking just a quick breather here before we get underway. We'll play, I think it's 3 10-minute periods. It might be 2 10 and a 12. But again, we're at the squirt level. And then we got our opening cheer, and everybody heads out on the ice, and we're about to get underway. We'll have to see what combination we've got. I think this may be my favorite is the midget line out here. We've got Chris Weber and Mark Abel back on defense. Tom Enman centering a line with Matt Seeger at left wing and Matt Seeger will be left wing, Ron Sivert the right wing. So it looks like we're going to go. Matt's actually going to be our center, and Tom will be the left wing. So the combined height of this three out here with Seeger at center, Enman and Sivert the two wings, and then the two big guys back on defense would be Weber and Abel, if I can call them big. Andy not in net. Just about to get underway. First round, it's a double elimination tournament, so even if you lose once, you're still in the tournament. The ref checks with everybody. Matt's all lined up. Face-off drops back to the St. Albans point. Matt keeps it down in. Edmund with it momentarily. Loses, and again, won't be able to pick up much action right underneath here. Coming back the other direction, intercepted by Enman. Tommy cranking down in. Tommy's got one of those shots he lifts up over the top of the goalie's shoulder, which is his patented shot. Seeger steals, Sivert keeps it in. Weber and Abel on the points. Ronnie still with it, far side. Shot down through, broken up by the St. Albans defenseman. Skates up. Enman keeps it in. The first shot down through, not quite on goal. Sivert with the rebound. Loses to St. Albans, skating up along the board, stolen by Seeger. Comes back, Matt's got it, shot down through, Enman with it, trying to poke the rebound in, but good defense by St. Albans. They're always strong on defense, all the way up to the high school level. Seeger with it, loses, and St. Albans cranks out the other direction. Coming back, Weber and Abel on defense. Nice pass over to the center. Everybody's on sides, down through. Chris Weber wides it off wide to the left of Andy Knott. 8:52 left. Abel breaks it up on a shot down through, one save for Knott. Comes back up to the point. St. Albans can't quite keep it in. Enman steals. He cranks around, coming down through. Won't be icing. Shot on goal, actually. Plays it off and covers up. Nice job, Tommy. Almost got himself a second shot on the rebound down through, but the goalie did the right thing and covered up. So our first shots on goal, both directions, a save for each goalie, and a change of lines coming up. Timmy Doherty and Phil Hoban will be the two defensemen. And I'm not sure who we've got. Matt Seeger stays out at center, but it looks like Hockley Walsh and Chelsea Gent, the two defensemen. I think we just had a slight change there. We'll go back to two lines. Brendan's not with us today, so we've just got 10 skaters, which is two lines and two sets of defensemen. So this is the usual combination. Hockley's the right wing, Chelsea's the left wing, Matt Seeger at center with Phil Hoban and Tim Doherty back on defense. Hockley with it, loses along the boards, pounces back up, Seeger gets it, comes back to the point, Phil Hoban keeps it in. Shot down through, broken up by St. Albans. Sitting out in front, Chelsea almost pokes the rebound in. Comes back up to the point, Doherty retreats, picks it up, and Timmy will just dump it all the way down in. Everybody tags up and is back on sides. 7:20 left. First period, no score. Phil Hoban zings one down through off the far boards. Comes around near side. Matt tries to poke the rebound in, broken up by the goalie. Excellent job. They're poking away, and everybody falls in the back of the net. Good job. Phil's shot bounced off the back. The goalie came over, covered the weak side there before Matt Seeger could poke the rebound in. Nice job, both teams. Face-off, we're back to our usual combination now. Matt Nezvezchuk will be the right wing, Ron Sivert the left wing. Ron keeps it in. Tommy Enman the center. Weber Abel back on defense. Drops back. Weber's the first one back on it. Clears it out of the zone. And we're going to have icing against Chris. Yeah, made it the entire length. Yeah, Chris tried to clear the zone, but we still have relatively fresh ice out there, and it went the entire length of the ice. So it's just an icing call on RAHA. And the face-off comes back into their zone with an even 7 minutes left in the first period. No score. The refs are a couple of familiar faces. We've had them before. In fact, Bill Powell from Rutland is one of the refs there. Andy Knott in net. Andy, one of the stalwarts of the team all year long. In fact, one of the reasons for the last 2 years, Andy was probably the star of the state championship last year when they won at the mite level. St. Albans, they got to clear the zone. And they didn't, but Tommy Emmons stole it anyway. Nezvezchuk calls up. Matt dumps it off the boards. Foot race down in. No icing as Matt dumps it just hard enough to get it down in the zone. Smart play. Nezvezchuk in front. They try to clear out. Emmons the first one on it. Far side, centered out. Abel's going to have to retreat. It's a foot race coming down. And Abel steals, gets it back again. Chris clears the zone. Ronnie Sivert picks it up. It's a breakaway coming down in. Ron with Tommy following him. Ron shot, save, rebound. Oh, couldn't poke the rebound in. They try to clear it out. Nezvezchuk keeps it in. Matt, Tom gets it back. Shot down, Ronnie Sivert. Ronnie shoots. Saved by the goalie. Good pressure. Ron Sivert and Tom Enman. Excellent hustle. Nice save by the goalie on a couple of dead point shots right there. But Ronnie got a couple of excellent shots off. Good job by the goalie. Pick up Ronnie as he heads back down in here. Get some congratulations. Just a super shift for our midget line of Ron, Tom, and Matt. Back out, Matt Seeger at center. Hockley Walsh right wing, Chelsea Gent left wing, with Timmy Doherty, Phil Hoban back on defense. Tim keeps it in at the point. He and Phil have done a great job all year long. They've, with the long reach and the strength, they really can kind of muscle things down in there. Hockley steals right at the line. Phil comes down in. We got an offsides on RAHA. Good call. We hadn't cleared. Phil headed back down in. .5:49 left. First period, no score. St. Albans in the yellow jerseys and RAHA in the black combination makes them look like the Pittsburgh Penguins. Phil steals, gets it back to Hockley. He drops it for Matt Seeger. Matt coming up, we lose him here, but Hockley eventually drops it down in to the defenseman. Smart play by St. Albans. Send it far side, not hard enough to be icing. Tim Doherty retreats. Slips down, still hangs onto the puck. St. Albans tries a centering pass down through, broken up. Andy blocks off the net on the far side. Rebound comes all the way around, shot into the middle, but Hockley's the first one on it. Good back checking by Walsh. Can't clear the zone. St. Albans doing a nice job of keeping it down in. Doherty comes around behind. Tim's going to send it off the boards, hopefully up to Chelsea. Chelsea tries to clear the zone. Backhand, doesn't get it all the way out. And St. Albans down through, shot, save, Andy Knott. Comes up big once again. Phil off the boards, clears it out. They're trying to get it up to Seeger because Matt's the speedster on this line right here. The two centers, Tommy Enman and Matt Seeger, two of the fastest skaters on the team. Matt with it right in front of the St. Albans bench. A dangerous spot to be. Change of defenseman coming up for RAHA. Comes back to Seeger. Matt dumps it down in, and the forwards are all going to change. So Abel and Weber are out there as a change of lines. And St. Albans comes skating out. Tom Enman comes in on the steal, goes far side. Abel will be the first one on it. Mark with it, off the boards, comes around, pokes it up. Abel still with it, gets it to Enman. Enman on a crank, coming down in. Being followed by Ron Sivert. Tom coming in for his shot. Still on his feet, shoots, hits the net, far side, Tommy Enman. And he picks up right where he left off last week. Assist going to Abel and Sivert. And the midget line comes over with Tommy Enman once again. He's got that shot. He can lift it up over the top. Just a great shot. Got Matt Nezvezchuk out there. And we'll zoom in on Tom right there. Super job. And even 4 minutes left. So at exactly the 4-minute mark, Tom scores to put RAHA up 1-0. Nezvezchuk battling for the puck. Nezvezchuk and Sivert, the two wings. Goes far side, Abel with it. Up along the boards to Sivert. Too far, and it'll be icing against RAHA. And with it, actually a good time for a change of lines. Get Chris Weber coming in with some high fives. Matt Nezvezchuk, a good shift. Tommy Enman, the first goal right there. A couple of nice passes and assists. Tommy goes high on that, and for, as I've said all year long, for somebody that's as short as he is, he's got tremendous upper arm strength. 3:45 left, change of lines. Seeger out there with Walsh and Gent, the two wings. Doherty and Hoban back on defense. St. Alban keeps it at the point, shot down through, broken up by Timmy. Sends it far side, it's a foot race. Seeger should be able to beat him because Matt's one of the fastest. Matt cranking down in, Matt with a shot, scores! Matt Seeger! And he dives into the post afterwards. Timmy Doherty getting the assist on that one. As he dives down through the goal went in first, and then he went head first in, but high fives, low fives, everything for Matt. When he gets cranking, he is really fast. Nice play. Timmy Doherty got that up to him, and he'll come over to get some slaps along the boards right there. Pick up Phil, Tim, who had the assist on that, and just cranking. A good line combination here. Hockley, Chelsea, and Matt worked very well together, especially keeping it down in the zone. And I think they just had to put the, had to get the net back on its mooring there, because everybody, the defenseman, Matt, and the goalie all crashed into the net after the shot went in. Anyway, that score with 3:11 going to Matt Seeger, the assist to Tim Doherty. Tom Enman put us on the board first, so the defenseman working the puck up well. And just, I think there was just a question about something on the timing or whatever. Okay, they had something to do with the clock. They were having some clock problems there or whatever. I think they got it straightened out. The two coaches said, fine, whatever you want to do just to get the thing going. So they're going to keep it at 3:11 for a second and let it run somewhat. I guess the clocks kept running after the goal had gone off. So nice pass by Seeger down into Walsh, near side. Hockley shot broken up at the last second. Hockley really strong up there. He's developed great all year long here. One of the most improved players on the whole team. St. Albans cranking back the other direction. Their captain's got it. Tries to get around Timmy with the long arms. Pushes it all the way down in. Now we're back with the clock running. 3:09, 3:07. Hoban with it. Phil coming around. Near side sends it up off the boards. Hockley comes in to help out. Tim goes around the other side. Tim sends it along the far boards off. Still controls. Gets it up to Gent. All the way back to the defenseman. Sends it stolen by Walsh at the last minute. St. Albans gets it back. Number 7 bringing it down in. Dumps it. Broken up. Chelsea clears the zone. Gets it up to Matt. Matt pokes away. Goes far side. St. Albans brings it back down in again. 2:30 left. First period. Phil picks it up behind the net. Hoban along the boards trying to get it up to Hockley. Bounces off. Stolen by Seeger. Hockley gets it back. Walsh on a breakaway coming down in. 2-on-1. Actually 3-on-1. Walsh comes in for the shot. Saved by the goalie at the last minute, and he hangs on. Matt was parked there along with Chelsea for the rebound, but Hockley did the right thing, took it down in, took the shot, and then you hope for the rebound and something like that. The goalie for St. Albans has done a great job so far, is really what's keeping them in the game. A couple of nice defensive plays by them, but not as much offensive pressure as I would have thought. Just 2:19 left. Matt keeps it in. Nezvezchuk, another one of those with strong upper body strength, typical gymnast right there. So Nezvezchuk keeps it in, gets it behind to Sivert. St. Albans skating up along the sides right there, comes down, kept in by Abel. Abel still got it, dumps it all the way down in behind. That's holding the point well right there. Mark Abel and Chris Weber do a great job of keeping it in there. Ron Sivert tries to crank it up with a shot. Coming back up. St. Albans over, Abel poke, checks it away, gets it to Nezvezchuk. Matt dumps it down, right back down in again. St. Albans skating up, Matt steals, Tom Enman with it. Tommy cranking around, Ronnie on the far side, sends it up along the boards to Sivert. And everybody's got to wait to tag up. St. Albans steals, sends it near side right here. Nice pass by St. Albans to get away from the pressure. Matt battling along the boards right there. Chris Weber ties him up. And they're kind of off the screen, but Chris really has it tied up there. Chris, one of the strong, he and Phil, two of the strongest players on the team. Chris comes cranking out with it. Weber sends it down into Sivert. 1:11 left, 1-1-1 on the boards. Down in, and St. Albans cranking back out the other direction. 1-on-1, coming down in on Chris Weber. Chris pokes it off wide, excellent play. Backhand down in, Abel's the first one to it. Abel loses, gets it back again up to Weber. Chris cranking along. And Chris still with it. Chris is going to take it all the way down himself. Loses, I think he lost it to the ref right there. And change of defenseman coming up. Centering pass by Tom Enman. It bounces off of a skate. Comes near side here. St. Albans coming back the other direction. Nezvezchuk steals. He dumps it down in, but they got to wait to tag up. Hoban and Doherty out on defense. And the offense. And Phil dumps it, so the offensive line can change. So Hoban and Doherty out there, and here comes Walsh, the Chelster, and Matt Seeger. They're able to clear the zone. It could be icing coming back. Nope, Timmy with the long arms is able to reach it. Doherty off the boards, up to Walsh. Hockley clears the zone. Collision right here in front of the RAHA bench, and that's right at the buzzer. With an excellent first period, goals going to Tom Enman and Matt Seeger, the two centers, on a couple of nice moves up, assists to Abel and Doherty, and I think Ron Sivert might have an assist also. And we'll have a change of lines here before we start the next 10-minute period. We'll make ice between the second and third period. Okay, just about to begin the second period. We've got the Seeger-Gent Walsh combination out there. Chelsea sent it far side, off of Walsh all the way back to the point. Phil Hoban ended up with it. Gets it up to Seeger, loses it to the ice right there. It got stuck on something, drops it all the way back down in, and Phil will retreat with Timmy covered in front of the net. What you want the defenseman to do, one goes after the puck, the other one stays in front of the net, just like right there. Tim rides him off the puck, and then Phil picks up the loose puck. Nice combination, both Hoban and Doherty. And here comes the crankster, Matt Seeger, coming down in. The oldest of three brothers. They all look alike, and they all skate alike. St. Albans steals, dumps it near side. Chelsea's the first one on it. Gent backhand sends it up to Seeger. Nice pass by Gent down to Seeger. Shot down through, save. Rebound comes far side. Goalie once again comes up big for St. Albans. They send it out. We got a change of defenseman coming up. Chris Weber's out there. Phil dumps it all the way down in, and he retreats. Matt steals the puck, sitting out in front right there, goes off the boards. Hockley with it, tries to get it in front. Over to Seeger, poking away. He can't get a stick on it, tries a backhand, tries to crank out. Abel and Weber out now, and St. Albans comes skating back out. Abel going back one-on-one. Abel rides him off the puck. Tries to get a shot down through. Abel steals. Off the boards. Comes all the way back up to the other way. Tries a backhand. Still can't clear it out. St. Albans doing a nice job down through. Weber steals the puck. Everybody's poking away down in there. Finally, Abel just kicks it out and sends it off the boards up to Sivert. change of lines for St. Albans, so there's chaos right in front of their bench right there. Ronnie coming down through, shot goes wide, far side, Enman there. Nezvezchuk comes out to help. Cranks out in front, Weber shot down through. Chris again with a good slap shot from the point. St. Albans trying to clear, but Matt Nezvezchuk steals it. They keep in, gets it over to Enman. Matt does a great job of keeping it down in there. Enman's still with it, tries to get a pass in front, I hope, out to Ronnie. He can't get the shot off, the goalie's down. They send it off near side right here. Good pass by Enman into Sivert. Bounces up, goes off one of the I think it's their center's leg actually. So it kept in, and finally they cleared all the way back up to center ice where Chris just dumps it right back down in again. Chris Weber, Mark Abel, the two defensemen. Comes in, stolen by Enman. Tommy with it, tries to get it over to Ron. Sivert gets it back again. Ronnie just dig all the time. 7:18 left. Abel tries to keep it in. Back checking, coming back out. Comes down in, poking away on it right there. Change of lines for St. Albans. Broken up by Chris Weber, and then Matt Nezvezchuk clears the zone. St. Albans gets it back, right back to Nezvezchuk. Sends it up to Enman. Ronnie's on sides. Cranking down in, looking for the rebound, tries a backhand over to Ron. Oh, doesn't, a little bit too far. Excellent pass by Tom Emmon on a backhand. Pass back the other direction. Both our guys in front. Nezvezchuk, shot, can't get it off. It's still down in there. Matt loses his stick. Change of defenseman. Nezvezchuk gets it right back again. 6:37 left. We got Enman and Hoban out there as the midget line is keeping it down in the zone. Sivert with it. No one to pass to in front though, so he sends it back the other direction over to Tom. Goes far side, St. Albans, far wing, ends up with it. Tries to clear the zone. Nezvezchuk forces him to go near side. Actually, a nice pass though, but Timmy's the first one to it. Doherty sends it down into Sivert. They're on a crank. It's Ronnie coming down in. 1-on-1 with the goalie. Shot, save, and he hangs on. Ronnie's had 3 or 4 shots on goal, keeping all kinds of pressure, but the goalies come up big every time. And just an excellent shift there for my midget line of Nezvezchuk, Sivert, and Enman. Tommy, a couple of real nice passes. So it's still 2-0 with 6:09 left in the second period here now. Seeger out there. Matt's got himself a goal. Got Chelsea and Hockley, the two wings, with Timmy and Phil back on defense. Timmy with an assist. Shot down through, broken up. Tim's got a good strong shot too. Phil probably with the strongest shot from the point, and Chris second, I would guess, for the defenseman. Hockley keeps it in. Hockley kicking away at it. Tries to center it in front right there. Stolen. Comes around near side. Chelsea's the first one on it. Good defense by St. Albans. As I said, they always have strong defense at all levels, all the way up through high school. Seeger steals. St. Albans comes out. Timmy battling away. Phil pokes away at it. And number 14 sends, ooh, he smashes hard into the boards. And then Phil clears it all the way back down into the zone, into the St. Albans zone. They send it out to center ice. Chelsea tries to battle away at it. Comes underneath us here where we can't. Oh, and a major collision between two of our own players. Chelsea and Tim hit really hard. And St. Albans brings it down in. Everybody's on sides. Centering pass broken up by Hockley as he kicks it off. Phil with it. Cranking up. Hopefully he'll get it up to Matt. Phil on a rush, taking it down in. 5:07 left. Phil coming down for one of his hard shots. Zings it up high. Save down low. Phil, what a shot that was. And if it had bounced out in front, Matt would have been there. Abel out on defense now. St. Albans, nice pass. Broken up by Phil. Gets it to Chelsea. Dumps down in. Matt Seeger with it. And collides with the smallest player on the other team. An even matchup there. St. Albans sends it all the way back down in. And it should be icing. Yep, it'll be an icing call against St. Albans. Abel picks it up on the far side there, and a change of lines coming up for both teams here. So we'll zoom back down in on, we've got a couple of the players we can get here now. Tom Enman with a goal, he's our center. Ron Sivert, captain, is the left wing. And Matt Nezvezchuk out there is the right wing. Comes down to Ron. On the face-off, comes up to the point. Nezvezchuk keeps it in. Still battling Enman with it. Shot down through, ridden off wide. Goalie doing a great job for St. Albans. It's still just 2-0 as he's really kept them in the game here. St. Albans skating up with it, poked away. Abel keeps it in. Gets it over to Sivert. Backhand down through. St. Albans tries to clear it out of the zone. Comes all the way back. Abel will be the first one on it. Mark Abel off the boards. Gets it right back, ties up as they're pushing away. Abel sends it right back out of the zone up to Enman. Into the center. Number 5 pokes away. Enman keeps it. Poke checked away at the last minute. Nezvezchuk with it. Dumps it down in. Everybody's back on sides. Comes back out to Enman. And St. Albans at the center ice coming down in. Abel steals. Poke checks it right out of the zone. That's his patented move. And they clear the zone. Goes far side over there. Abel does a great job on the poke checking coming down in. Chris Weber always backing up is in front. So we got Chris backtracking, but Nezvezchuk steals at center ice, dumps it down in. A lot of action in the middle right here. Not much pressure on the goalies, but some good passing. Chris with it, sends it up along the boards, goes too far from Matt, all the way down in, and they send it right back out again. Matt's going to have to clear the zone. He's out. They send it back down in, right to Abel. Mark back, sends it far boards over, bounces down in. Sivert tries to steal, comes back other direction. Abel gets it, takes a head dive right there, bounces back up. They're able to keep it down in the zone. The change of defenseman coming up. Ronnie shot down through, sitting out in front. Nezvezchuk, Enman. Ronnie is going to get one of those in yet today. Weber with it. Good strong shot for Chris. Comes down through, backhand, up in the air, over the top of the net. Weber to Enman. Sivert ends up with it. Backhand down through. One of them lost his stick, but he kicks it out. Comes back up to Timmy. Timmy shot as he was diving out there. Keeps it in right at the point. Another job, nice job. Chris Weber just all over the place out there. Chris keeps it down in. Enman with it. He goes down hard. Tries a centering pass, pushes, kicks, whatever you can do to get it out there. 2:30 or 2:20 left, and a change of defenseman. Phil Hoban, Tim Doherty out there. Major offsides on RAHA, as 2 of our players are offsides, but change of lines now going on too. So Chelsea and Hockley are out there. Tom Enman dumps it down in, and Matt Seeger will head out on center. Chelsea keeps it in behind the net. Chelsea chasing around, Hockley far side, sends it up, Hockley keeps it with a stick. Chelsea backhand, just goes wide left. Chelsea almost gets herself one. Seeger goes into the corner, Matt picks it up. Slap shot by St. Albans, and I'm not sure what that was all about. It may have been tied up underneath one of the kids' skates down there, and they just blew the whistle because it was tied up for too long. No penalty or anything, so a change of lines for St. Albans. We'll stick with the same combination out there for RAHA. We got Matt at center, Chelsea and Hockley the 2 wings, with Tim Doherty, Phil Hoban back on defense. Matt wins the face-off as usual. St. Albans sends far side. Phil, the first one on it. Phil keeps it right down in and has a major collision with one of the wings on the far side, the 2 biggest kids on the ice out there. Comes around, Chelsea keeps it in. Chelsea tries a backhand into the center to Matt Seeger. Nice pass by Chelsea. 1:26 left, Timmy keeps it in. Dumps down in, Chelsea first one on it. Sends it far side over to Hockley. Walsh along the boards, ties it up. He's got his father's long arms too. St. Albans still trying to clear the zone. Bounces up in the air, just by Chelsea. The Chelster comes down in. Tim Doherty keeps it in. Timmy pokes it all the way down in. Smart play defensively. Number 8 sends it far side, but Walsh is the first one on it. Hockley centering pass over to Matt Seeger. Matt trying to get his 2nd goal of the day. And we've got some major collision coming up here, and it's a penalty on RAHA, it looks like. And it'll be a roughing call, it looks like, on Matt in front of the net down there. Everybody picks up loose equipment and stuff, but it'll be a 1-minute penalty on RAHA with just 52 seconds left in the period, so it'll lap over into the 2nd period, and the face-off will be outside the St. Albans zone since the penalty was on RAHA. So we've sent Matt Seeger into the sin bin. He's talking with his fellow teammates right there. Says it wasn't me. It must have been a case of mistaken identity. Tommy Enman ends up with it on the face-off. Just a few seconds left. RAHA will try to keep the pressure just off of their goalie as best they can. But St. Albans comes skating back out. Abel and Weber back on defense. Comes down through. Abel poke checks it off wide. Once again, set up in front. Comes back up. Enman steals. Tommy cranking the other direction. Could be a foot race with Tommy and his speed. They poke off Tommy. It collides. It's still down in. Enman still with it. Shot down through. 23 seconds. And nobody, and then they finally blow the whistle as there was nobody in front. The goalie had covered up, but there was really no pressure on him. And Matt Nezvezchuk comes out to give Ron Sivert a break, so we're a man short for another 27 seconds. Chris Weber pokes it down in, but even with that, we've been able to keep the pressure on them. Clears the zone, so everybody's got to come back out. A collision down. Chris goes down hard. Matt Nezvezchuk back on defense, comes up. Abel poke checks it out of the zone, and major offsides. And shot on the goalie afterwards. You can't do that, but he's going to. Bill Powell's going to go over and talk to him just to remind him that he can't shoot on the goalie after the whistle blows. And the faceoff just comes back outside the zone. Abel poke checked it back over the zone. Chris had his head rattled on that one, lost his stick as a major collision on the far side. Just 3 seconds left in the period. Tom Inman taking the faceoff. Matt Nezvezchuk at the wing. Abel and Sivert comes back to Weber, and that rides it off. And we'll pick up the crew as they head off the ice with RAHA leading 2-0. Tommy Inman with a goal. Matt Seeger with a goal. Abel an assist. Doherty an assist, or at least I think that's what happened on that. And Chris Weber got the coaches there. Andy Knott comes off with the best helmet I've seen, and we'll just pick up the scoreboard if we can zoom in on it, with RAHA, the home team, leading 2-0 at the end of the second period. We still have 8 seconds left on the penalty to Matt Seeger, so just for a couple seconds we'll be shorthanded, and then he's going to head right back out, sticking with the first line. Enman, center, comes right back into Abel. Abel sends it up the ice, clears back in the other way, right back to Abel, clears it back, tries to get it out, gets it to Sivert. Ronnie poke checked off of it. We're back to 5-on-5 now as Matt Nezvezchuk heads out to help him. Chris Weber clears it out of the zone. Nice play by Chris, gets it all the way up. Enman steals, loses. St. Albans coming back the other direction. He pokes it down in the zone. Chris tries to send it back out, loses, and clears, and we've got an offsides. Nope, we've got a trip coming up on, pardon me, we've got a trip coming up on Tommy Enman. So right after we got out of the sin bin with one of our centers, the other one goes right back in. I think that comes from being as fast and aggressive as they are. And Matt comes over and says, yep, that's where you belong right there. So Tommy will sit out for a minute. We got 9:28 left in the third period. RAHA again down a man. Hoban and Doherty back on defense with Seeger and Welsh out there. Matt wins the faceoff. Hockley dumps it down in. There can't be any icing on RAHA, so they can just dump it the length of the ice if they want to kill off and also to take advantage of that. Major collision as Matt Seeger goes down hard. Comes back into Hoban. Phil sends it off the boards all the way down, but here it's not icing. This is where Phil and Timmy come in so handy because of the strength of them. Sends around far side and sent that it'll be icing against St. Albans, so it's something that they can't do. They dumped it the entire length of the ice, and it'll cause a face-off all the way back in the St. Albans zone. It's one of the things the coach is saying, what are you doing? It's you don't like to see, especially when you're on the power play. You want to try to keep the pressure down in the other zone. Just 29 seconds left on the power play for St. Albans, and RAHA still short-handed here. Dumps it back up to the point. Phil tries, nope, Phil just dumps it far side. Everybody tags up, but they're killing off the power play very nicely, Tim and Phil. And then Matt breaks it up. They come skating back out. Hockley over back checking, comes into the middle. Tim sends it off the boards. St. Albans dumps it, tries to dump it down in. Finally gets into the center. Shot down through. Andy pokes it around far side. Shot the other way. Andy again blocks it off, not giving any angles there whatsoever, and the power play's over. We're back to 5-on-5. Chelsea's out on the ice now. Shot down through, goes in behind Andy Knott. Timmy Doherty over to help out. Phil breaks it up, comes all the way through a pair of skates, and Hockley's the first one on it. Chelsea far side. Hockley just tries to push it out of the zone, force it out with his body, I think. Phil coming up, but St. Albans doing a nice job of keeping it down in this time. Timmy goes down. St. Albans steals backhand out in front. Timmy breaks it up. Doherty with it. Doherty decides it's time to clear it out of here. Zings it up along the board. St. Albans keeps it in at the point. Walsh with it. Comes back. Oh! Number 11 almost got a stick on it there at the last minute to poke down in. And Chelsea finally ends up with it. Gent coming back the other direction. Chelsea brings it down in, and we've got an offsides on Matt as he got just ahead of it, and a change of lines coming up here for RAHA. .7:37 left, third period. RAHA leading 2-0 on goals by Enman and Seeger. Sivert sends it down into Enman. Tommy cranks all the way through, poke checked off. Tommy, and a nice save by the goalie. Good defense there on a poke check off, but Tommy just followed it right down in. Nezvezchuk near side. Enman sends it around behind. Sivert over there. They're trying to clear the zone. Abel and Weber back on defense. He sends it to the center. Nezvezchuk tips it back to Weber. Chris with it. Chris sends it right down into Enman. Tom on it. Cranks around near boards. Nezvezchuk in the center. Weber will keep it in. Chris with it. Chris shot down through. Nice solid shot by Chris once again. One of the best shots from the point. Sivert battling far side. Poked in front. Abel keeps it in. Gets it to backhand to Enman. They clear out. Sivert keeps it in though. Poked up in the air. It's still sitting down there. Ron with it. And finally it's cleared out. Comes right back to Abel. Abel sends it off the boards. Right back down in again. Battle. Abel with it. Tries the backhand. Steals. Comes into the middle. Matt ends up with it. Nezvezchuk cranks down in. Matt coming down in. Goes wide. Matt. Shot. Poked off wide by the goalie. Excellent shot by Matt. Comes back up to Abel. Abel with it. He shoots down into the center. Poked down in. Goes far side as Sivert and Enman are parked down in front there. They try to clear out of the zone, but kept in by Nezvezchuk, kept in by Weber. Ronnie with it. Ronnie goes down. We got a trip coming up on St. Albans. He pokes it in the middle. A shot. Scores! Sivert into Enman for this third goal right there. So the penalty will be waived off here because it occurred after. Tommy Enman picks up his second goal. Ron Sivert with the assist on that one. Gets congratulations from his dad and coach. Get Ronnie on that, the back of them with 5:56 left. Tom Enman puts him up 3-0. His second goal. Ron Sivert with the assist on that. Ron was the one that was tripped, and the penalty is negated on that. If you, they let you, as long as you're controlling the puck, you keep skating until the team that committed the penalty regains control. But here's because we scored the goal, it negates the penalty. Seeger wins the faceoff. Matt cranking right down through. Matt's got himself a goal. Poked up in the air. Chelsea with it. Chelster shot down through over to Walsh. They hustle in the corners. Hockley ties it up along the near boards. Hoban Doherty back on defense. Hockley back checking. St. Albans forces it all the way down through. Excellent rush. Nice pass over to the far wing. Number 12 with it. Could be a shot on Andy. He blocks off the far side. Doesn't give an angle on that. Andy always sets up well to minimize the shot. And number 12 crashed into the boards following a shot. Comes down, number 12 shot. Save, Andy Knott. He pokes it off behind. Comes around near side as Timmy sent it up along the boards here. Walsh and Seeger with it. Stolen by Gent. Goes far sides. It's Seeger. Comes back. Chelsea with it. And the defenseman just sends it all the way back down in, right to Tim. Tim off the boards, up to Matt. Man cranking down in, goes off wide, loses. Nice defensive play by number 9. Abel's back on defense. But Tim with the long arms able to keep it out. Number 4 tied up with Chelsea on the far side over there. Number 4, nice pass comes down in. To number 14, tries the backhand, nice move. Abel poke checks it away. Broken up by Doherty. Abel sends it up in the air. Abel with it, cranking up along the boards. Looking for someone to pass to, gets it up. They clear out of the zone. Seeger, comes right back down in. Abel retreats. Off the boards. And Hockley clears it out. Is it going to be icing? Yep, goes the length of the ice. It'll be an icing call. And we come all the way back into the RAHA zone here for a face-off just to the right of Andy Knott. Weber and Abel on defense with the midget line of Enman, Sivert, and Nezvezchuk out there. Zoom in on Andy for a second if we can. And the face-off. Tom Enman taking the face-off with number 6. Tommy battling away, Abel's the first one on it. Mark sends it up along the boards, trying to clear out. Mark steals, loses, steals. They clear it out of the zone. Backhand comes all the way to center ice. Enman gets it back. Tommy ends up with it. Tommy going for his hat trick, coming down in. The goalie covers up smartly right there, doesn't let a rebound come out. And a couple of them go down hard right there. Excellent job. The St. Albans goalie doing a great job today. Action back in. Chris Weber once again keeps it in at the point. Sivert back, comes up to the Abel with it. Abel shot down through, broken. Abel gets it back, backhand down into the middle. They send it off near side. Good defense. Nezvezchuk with it. Matt is able to keep it in. St. Albans trying to clear out. Sends the pass up right to Chris Weber. Chris waits till everybody's on side, dumps it right back down in again. Comes back. Nezvezchuk with it. Matt dumps it down in again. Matt wasn't, and then a centering pass is stolen by Enman. Comes down in. Ronnie, the first one to it. Nope. Tom gets it, loses. They send it back up, comes up. Mark Abel, centering pass down through, broken up. Comes back to Sivert. Comes up to the point. Weber keeps it in. Crisp zinger of a shot coming down through. Abel poke checks it off. Comes right over to Matt. Matt dumps it down in. Everybody tags up and hustles back down in again. Got a change of defense coming up for RAHA as it comes. They try to clear out of the zone. Matt keeps it in, comes back up. Phil, the first one to it. And they're going to call icing, although I think that went right by us. No, it went the length of the ice, so it will be icing against St. Albans. I'm not sure on that one right there. 3:01 left in the third period. RAHA leading 3-0 on a goal by Matt Seeger and a pair of goals by Tom Enman. Assist to Doherty, Abel, and Sivert. Ronnie with a nice pass. Chelsea backhand tries to put one down in. And I'm not sure, they're pointing at something about the clock. May have had a little clock problem again. Oh, Phil sent a wicked shot up, and I think it may have hit the ref and bounced right back to his stick again. So that gave him another shot at the ref that way. 2:40 left. Seeger with it. Nice pass. Matt up to Hockley. Hockley clears it out of the zone. Hockley cranking down in. Walsh brings it, still controlling. Chelsea set up far side. Centering pass broken up by the defense. Comes right back to Phil. Phil could get a shot off. Nope. Loses. Tries the backhand. Down through. Sends back up. Phil keeps it in again. Phil coming in looking for the forehand shot. Loses the puck. Gets it back again. And good defensive play there by St. Albans. Seeger in behind. Gent and Walsh, the two wings. Nice pass. St. Albans far side. Chelsea's the first one doing it. Rides him right off the puck. Chelsea never gives up on that. Chelsea into Seeger. Shot down through. You can hear Blair, the head coach, congratulating Chelsea on that excellent maneuver on the far side over there. Plus one of the best passes in the team. Timmy hustles back. First one to it. Doherty with it. Tim cranking around behind. Tim along the boards. Clears it up and comes all the way back to center ice. Poke down in again, but Phil's the first one on it. Phil doing a great job here. Phil off the boards. Up to Matt. Matt tries to get over to Chelsea. Loses the puck. 1:26 left, and Matt Nezvezchuk heads out there, so we're going to shift back to the other line. Seeger with it, coming down in. Matt and Matt out there. Matt Nezvezchuk with it. Matt shot! Oh, save at the last minute. Nezvezchuk almost gets himself one. Matt played a great game, and they clear out. Abel's going to have to hustle back. There won't be icing. Change of lines for RAHA. Abel and Weber. Abel cranks it around behind. Abel looking for someone to pass to. Clears up out of the zone. Major collision. Abel still with it. Abel gets it up to Enman. Abel to Enman. Enman coming down in. Shot down through, save. Looking for the rebound. There's Vizchuk in front. Ronnie Sivert's out there. Ronnie picks it up. Ronnie's having a great game out there. Has several shots on goal. Loose puck down in. Matt goes in to help out. Chris Weber back on defense. Chris tries to poke check away. St. Albans cranking around the other direction. Comes down in. Abel forces off wide. Shot. Save. Andy Knott. First one to it. Sivert. Abel ends up, pokes it along the boards, ties up there. He forces him off the puck, and Tommy just clears it out of the zone. And Edmund with it. Tom cranking away on another rush, coming down in, goes right. Looking for the shot. Saved by the goalie. Only 1 second left. That's it. Andy Knott gets a shutout. RAHA wins its first game of the tournament. Edmund and Seeger with goals, and they all go in mug. As RAHA wins its first game 3-0 and advances in the winner's bracket of the tournament. Got the back of John Sivert, the back of head coach. Got Hockley Walsh going through, Chelsea Gent, Matt Seeger with a goal, Tim Doherty an assist. Phil Hoban a great game, Matt Nesvezchuk one of his best, 2 goals for Tom Edmund. Andy Knott got the shutout, Sivert with an assist, Weber a great game, Abel with an assist, and the coaches coming through at the last minute, Blair there, followed by John Sivert and Jimmy Knott.